how in the world do we figure out how far away a star is? I mean, it's not like we can go there and track the amount of time it takes. So it's actually really, really simple. So I want you to do something real quick. Go ahead and put your thumb out. Now you're probably holding your phone, right? So you can hold your phone with the thumb up above and look at your phone, okay? Now cover one eye and keep looking at your thumb and then cover the other eye. Switch eyes, right? Now, did you notice that your thumb seemed to jump, right? Now this happens when you're in a car or a train. You look out the window and it seems like the things that are really close by, like trees and telephone poles, they just go whipping right by. But if you can see some mountains in the distance, it seems like they barely even move at all. And something really far away, like the moon, it doesn't seem to move at all in the sky. So when we were little, I don't know if this happened to you, but I remember being really little and being like, hey, look, the moon is following us, right? So here's what we do with stars. We look at a star and we see the exact position that it is in the sky relative to all the other stars around it. And then we need to change perspective, right? With our eyes, we're just changing a few inches, but we need a greater distance to look at it from. So we actually use the orbit of the Earth. Now, Earth's distance to the sun is roughly 93 million miles, or about 150 million kilometers. Now, it takes us 6 months to get to the other side of our orbit, so we can now be at 300 million kilometers, right? So now we can, at let's say the beginning of the year, we look at this star, we measure where it is. 6 months later, we look at it again. It will have appeared to have shifted ever so slightly. Now, we know the distance between those measurements. We saw how much it shifted. We've now figured out the angles. From that, it's just a little bit of fun, simple geometry to figure out the actual distance. This is called stellar parallax. And this is what we do to figure out the distance of stars and objects which are, cosmologically speaking, relatively close to us. When we get into things like far-off galaxies, that's another process. But anything close by, we can just use parallax for.